That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work with her magic on the present. But you'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Which of Magnifi Gramarye's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant Zach Gramarye go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? Mason system. What is this? What is this? What is this? What? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. What the fuck is happening? But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first, you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. This is weird. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended half-finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama. Yo! The Magatama's back! What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Use LB and RB to jump between the past and the present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. Whoa, dude. This is fucking nuts, bro. Okay. Oh, man. This is so different, but super cool. Oh, my God. This last case is getting juicy. All right, well, let's just start from the beginning. What happened in the detention center? Let's go. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away, but I figured I'm the only one who could do this. Probably. And besides, I had plenty of time, thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's discussion. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. 7 years ago. Oh, 7 years ago, detention center, visitor's room. What a strange sight doth mine eyes behold. Excuse me? 2 men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything, homie. Nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano and a cold little hole in a wall. Yup. But, since you are here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnifi Gramarye, for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valent or his partner Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. My goodness. Do I have all the evidence from the trial? I do. Alright, well, let's just start by talking to this fucker. The fateful trial. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear, and he never even touched it. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance, it is itself a revelation. Revealing what? Zach Gramarye killed Magnifi. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valent, and also... Yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. Valent Gramarye has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me. Verdict or no? And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. Okay. You seem so broken up about it. Anyway, the suspicion on you hasn't been lifted entirely, Valent. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnify's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Zack Gramarye followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnify had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? The trick up his sleeve. Ha 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 ha! Perhaps you do not know. Know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's a fucking throwback. It's the fucking Cyclops. I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. It can show me the locks on people's hearts, and if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it. Okay. So if I want to... Do I still have the Magatama actually on me? So if I want to actually use it, do I just have to talk to him about the... Oh, I have to press present Magatama. It's up there. Okay, never mind. I'm actually going to go ahead and do it now and see what I need to unlock it. Because I may not have what I need right now, but we'll come back for it. But let's see what I might need. Damn, Magatama's all 3D and shit, yo. Fucking fancy. The trick up his sleeve. Alright, here we go. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find, and that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, that's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess is it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. So I don't think I have proof of this. I think we're already stuck here. I don't have any proof of any danger, so I'm just going to go ahead and back out here. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit more work to really work on that. But okay, we need to figure out what was dangerous about the job. And maybe more than that, but that's the first step to even get this one going. So we'll just head out of here, and we will return when we have more evidence. Let's head to the defendant lobby number 2 and see what's up with that. 7 years ago, District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. Ah, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack. There is one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this court, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about... Poof, motherfucker! Mr. Eddingmar! The defendant's escaped! Find him, quick! Bailiff, close all the exits from the building! I didn't want to really have to read all that dialogue again. On the double, you must let me let escape! Damn! When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge. But now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir? Oh. Bro, this fucking guy? This fucking guy? I forgot about this fucking guy. Go on your heads! Floor on your head! No, no, no! What's the big idea? My ears! No authorized personnel aren't allowed in here! But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed, dude. Zoinks! I just say it like it is, sir, and it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. We've met before, haven't we? On a case. 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir. Huh? For me, working on a case is always in the present, progressive tense, sir. There is no past. There is only now, sir. Okay. You're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir. Court bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir. Yeah, I forgot his name, but Mike Meekins. There he is. I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir. But you were a regular police officer once, right? Maybe. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So you were in charge of the security at the time of the vanishing. I'm dying over here. Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Alright. Let's talk to Meekins, I guess. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days, and they fired me. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff. But your uniform. I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired, sir. That can't be legal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day. I'm dying over here. A star rises among the court bailiffs full of hope. Then tragedy strikes. Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Gramarye's disappearance? Oh, the humanity! That's enough of that. Tell me about it. Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slammed shut. Slam! And some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face! So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way? Yes, and I being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk hat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the court building here. Okay. Ah, there's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself, nary a friend to call my own. Okay, and which way did Zach Gramarye run after bursting through the courtroom door? He went up like this, and around the corner like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right here, because it was! Lobby number 2, sir! You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here. Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished, like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. I accidentally skipped that last part. Wait, what did it say? Wasn't even any smoke, he was just gone! That's impossible. Yes, that word! Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes in me indescribable pain. I'm dying over here! Okay, I won't say it again, promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby? I searched. Why did the pause? There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir. How could he talk so loud and still be hiding something? Had to be something, dude. So Zach was in this room when he vanished. Absolutely, sir. I saw with my own eyes. That red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room. Silk hat, cape. That's Zach, all right. But, sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir. What about now? Have any ideas? Sir! Ideas about what exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking? You You have had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick you might have used to disappear like that? You're gonna have a Cyclock too? Are you serious? Cyclocks? I should have known. Well, time to see what I need to get past this one. The disappearing trick. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. Hey! What's with that atmosphere in here all of a sudden? You know something, and I'm gonna find out what, bitch. Zach Gramarye vanished from this room. How did he do it? How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say as I... sir! Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something, huh? Well, sir, I see... you see, at the time, sir, I was here and, listen, it's impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do? Anyway. What did you just say? Yeah, sir, did I just say something, sir? No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in that room, wasn't there? Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in the state of not talking, sir. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day. Easy game. Wait, oh, there she is. I was like, where is she? She's right here, dude. Sir, I've never seen that girl until just the other day. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it, bro. Sir! Alright, so we got the first log broken easy peasy. Do we have what we need for the second one already, though? Sir, that day, she was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't. You mean you chased her into this room? Not him? Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot tall magician. 7 feet? Zach isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gramarye. But you saw something, didn't you? And therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Ah, shit. I don't know if I have the thing for the trick. Damn. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this one because I don't have the thing for the trick. I'll have to come back. May not have enough evidence for this one. Alright, so we got to figure out how they did this trick. Got it. In that case, I'll be back, motherfucker. To the Wright & Co. law offices. This is exciting. Going back to the offices back in the day from 7 years ago? Hell yeah. I swear to God, you know who better be here if this is supposed to make sense, god damn it. 7 years ago, Wright & Co. law offices. She better fucking be here. Ah, morning, Daddy. Ah, I'm so glad you came. You okay, Daddy? They picking on you? Ha 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 ha! I am fine, as always. This old boy here is to help me. After all, that's a young man to you? Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on. Thanks. My first show's today, after all. 2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Okay, so the little kid's gonna be there. Alright, fair enough. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around, and this is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. It won't be 7 years. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird. Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you. Huh? Really? So if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family? Huh? I guess so? Getting weirder. Mr. Attorney? Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you'd like. It doesn't have to be today or anything. What? He suggested daddy on the first day? Phoenix, come on, man.
Okay, say daddy.
That was quick. Yes?
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So thanks, daddy. Oh, and this office? It's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know? Oh, and daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this.
Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8. Don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, daddy.
Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? Jesus.
So, daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me, for daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
You got me, don't you? I'm a professional. Sorry, I should have worded that differently. But anyway, a professional?
Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Gramarye.
Directly descended? He's your father.
Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy, Zach Gramarye?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of Troop Gramarye, and they're big.
The Gramaryes. They were on a television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you've put Zach and Val and Gramarye together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage, and this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
Ugh, I shouldn't have brought it up so soon.
I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have my magic, and a great daddy even if he's unemployed. You know, I think things are going to be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. I would love to know. So, Trucy, you're a professional?
Yeah, it's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs.
They say what? They say that? Who say that? They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid.
Right. So in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy.
That's right. Well, want to see a trick?
You're going to do a magic trick? Show me. Show it to me. Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here it goes. Ta-da!
Oh, God. Hey folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say it's good to be seen. Yarg! Whoa, that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat, isn't he great?
Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service. He certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Though my routines do get a bit heady at times. Get it? Heady. My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. And this is exactly the trick that the dumbass Meekins was fooled by. There you go. Easy peasy. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage.
On stage? You mean with your daddy?
Yep. She was always there with Dak and Val, smiling. But then she went away. Went away? It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Huh, so the girl in the troop was her mom, but she vanished?
Maybe so. I cried then, a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. This is your mother?
She's beautiful. Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Grammary.
That's a lot of grammary. Thalassa Grammary. Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too? Right before her eyes.
Hey, Daddy, you won't...
Don't worry. I won't vanish, I promise.
Right. You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
Jesus. I guess all I rate as is a backup plan. Oh well. Alright, so her locket is part of the court record now too. Interesting. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
Wait, what? But are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way.
You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Welcome to the team, Daddy-O. The team, right. Wrong. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. Well, that's nice. Alright, so I guess we got everything we're going to get out of that one. Hence the big check mark. Good to know. You guess Trucy decided to change the color of her clothes to match her daddy? I think so. She went with blue later.
Trucy has been found guilty. Time for a punishment.
Or, it's punishment time. I think that's how you meant to say it. Alright, well anyway, I'm going to go to the Drew studio next, because apparently that's important also. Are we going to meet a little mute girl as well? 7 years ago, Drew studio. I figured you'd come by here sooner or later. It's the fucking Bob Ross motherfucker, even though he doesn't even do all the painting. I decided on sooner, Drew Misham, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that... Oh, I suppose you have that right. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit, it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. Oh, because there's a child here watching you. There she is. Ah, this is my daughter, Vera. Say hello. She's gone. Shall we begin then? That's it. Trucy used Mr. Hat to kill Phoenix by heart attack. There you go. Ultimate magician execution executed. That's a very Danganronpa way to go about it. Alright. Oh, that's right. In Danganronpa, the line is, blah, 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 has been found guilty, time for the punishment. I know. I'm just remembering Monokuma going, it's punishment time! But anyway. Alright, let's talk to this guy. What's up, dude? Judging from this place, you're a painter. Not, sadly, a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by were it only me. Your daughter?
Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation.
Forgeries. Tell me about them.
Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for.
But some of your works aren't paintings, correct?
You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work, outside of painting.
What?
To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility.
Then why did you take the job?
I was well paid. Very well paid.
I think he feels worse about it now than I do. The past is hard to escape.
Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course.
Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Well, does that mean we got to present him what he made? You made this, you lawyer! Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me.
I knew it would be difficult to escape this.
Then let's talk. Okay. I'm assuming more chats? Yes. Magnifie's diary. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did?
It was unlike anything I had attempted before.
I guess it would be a little different from paintings.
That is not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy.
This wasn't a copy?
The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page, as reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client.
So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote?
Yes. As I said, it was my first job of that nature.
So, who was your client?
As I said in court, I do not know.
Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I would want to know as much as I could about the requester.
I never met them. Not personally.
Psych lock time! A psych lock, of course. Seems like you're still hiding something, homie. Something about this work. Alright. Well, let's see what we need for this. It's only 2 locks, so it's possible I have what I need. You're hiding something. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Misham?
I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client.
True, when I asked the client's name, there were no psyche locks in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense.
Why are you doing this to me?
Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So what's Misham hiding? Well, we know who the forger is. I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you've said.
What is it then?
You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any psyche locks.
Psycho locks? Is that some sort of asylum security? Or a new hairstyle, perhaps?
But then they didn't. But then they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client?
As I said in court, I do not know.
Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could of the requester.
I never met them. Not personally, I mean.
Your daughter met them, is what happened. Not personally. Those words triggered the psych lock.
Again, with the psycho locks. Now I really must know what they are.
So, you didn't meet with the client. But someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence?
Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business. But I'm afraid you've lost me.
Okay. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psyche locks, bitch. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. And your conclusion is? Oh,
And your conclusion is?
the real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham.
Poppycock. I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could it have been but me?
That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Dr. Drew's studio is, we already know, is his daughter, Vera Misham. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it?
Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more one for landscapes, not surrealism.
Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots, homie. I've got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. The psyche locks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility.
I feel very much on the verge of going psycho-lock myself.
Well, that was an easy one. Nice. Unlock successful. Alright, let's learn more then.
I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera, not I. She's only 12, a genius you might call her.
A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently.
I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now.
Ah, do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then?
Actually, the client came once. Here, to the studio.
What? Why didn't you say so sooner?
But their face was covered, and they did not want to talk to me.
So they talked to your daughter?
I will speak only with the artist, the client told me.
Then that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Can we talk to her then? Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? I want to talk to her. Mr. Misham, I have a request.
Let me guess. You'd like to speak with my daughter.
Can I?
My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy. Extremely so, actually. With only one exception.
Which was?
Oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort.
Please, let me speak with her.
All right.
Uh-oh. This could be tough. Alright, let's get started. Vera, was it? I would like to have a friendly chat. I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say Do, Re, Mi. Can't find them anywhere. Killing me with these jokes. Phoenix, come on now. Do better. I'm no good at this. I need something to get her through this girl. I need something to get through to this girl. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. Oh, same thing. Okay. Something to get her to bust out of her shell. Maybe present this. What do you think about this? I think I just made her nervous. I need something to grab her attention, but what? I don't know if I have anything. The gun? The dead body? I don't think I have anything to get her attention right now. Maybe her work? No. Okay, I don't have anything that is going to get her attention right now. Yeah, okay. So I guess we'll have to come back when I have more evidence. Or can I examine something in the room that'll get her attention? I wonder. What's this painting here?
That's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be a good business. As a father, I'd like to be able to put food on my daughter's table.
Not a feeling I know anything about, at least not yet. You will soon, sir. Paints are scattered all around, probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is anything compared to my office. I guess that would make my office a masterpiece. Alright. The door? There's no mailbox on the door yet either. Assuming this is the same house that is in the future. Anyway.
Going home by any chance?
No, I was just checking out the door.
Oh.
Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. Can you get the fuck out, please? Alright, well, there's another half of the room. Let's take a look. The stamp. Maybe I'll just sidle on over here for a closer look. The stamp, bro. This is you and Vera?
Yes, we took that one quite recently. I know, I'm a painter. Why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately.
Ah, right. Shouldn't you practice? You are a painter, after all. Ooh, this hand. That's a pretty bottle.
Don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble.
Huh?
It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere so she can see it. She looks at it often.
There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing? Yup. There's a big red envelope here, yo. What's this red envelope?
Don't touch that. That's, it's quite important.
The painter's face just changed hues. Guess I better behave, though it's tempting to just grab it. That's an awfully small frame. What's that inside it? A stamp?
Please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it.
Haha! There's the stamp. That's Zach and Valent, the Grammarys, isn't it?
The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, when the Grammarys were at the height of their popularity.
Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. One of them? What about the girl in the middle?
Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She's watched them every time they came on TV, until the end.
I see.
That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it.
Okay, maybe I can use this to get her attention. Maybe she'll want to talk about that. It's an awfully small frame. There's a commemorative stamp on the Grammarys inside. Or of the Grammarys inside. Okay. Anything else to examine around here then before I give up? There's some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really.
I'll sell you one for 50 cents.
That's okay. They look kind of heavy.
Oh.
Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. 50 fucking cents, bro? Come on, man. Do better. You use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate.
Those aren't for painting. They're for analyzing paint composition, age, every conceivable angle.
Tools of the forgery trade, I guess. You are correct. Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves. Some noticeable gaps.
It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money.
I can see how you'd want to do that, sure.
Perhaps you've heard that you can make any color, as long as you have the 3 primary colors. Well, it's a lie.
Poor guy. You can't make any color, but you can make a lot of colors. But okay, let's go back to her now and see if she responds to the stamp. And if not, well, I guess we'll have to leave and come back. And then there's this.
My stamp!
Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so the stamp. How can I keep her talking? Great magicians, aren't they? Isn't Troop Grammary amazing? Yes?
Oh.
I especially like those two, Zach and Valent. I mean, they're, just so magical.
Aren't they? Aren't they?
Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know? That's exactly what I was going to make a joke about. Be like, whoa, magic, yeah.
Me too, I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic, yeah.
All right, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start.
I went and saw them with my father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Grammary Museum of Magic.
The Grammary Museum? They have one of those? Guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows?
Just once when I was little, with Father. The Gramarye's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together. They do it all.
Yeah. Maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know? About Zach and Valent, maybe?
Oh, sure.
Alright, better get asking before she changes her mind. Alright, tell me things. Vera?
I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here.
Why don't you like the outside?
There's bad people out there.
Well, true, but there's lots of good people too.
Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once.
Kidnapped?
Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Gramarye Museum. With you, in fact.
Yes. Actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me.
That person gave me a good luck charm.
A good luck charm?
For when I absolutely had to go outside.
Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was.
Father, I told you to keep that a secret.
From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. Ooh. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things.
I really like painting a lot. Father's always very happy when I paint them exactly the same.
So you did this too?
Oh yes, that was my first job.
Your first?
All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips and the way the writer held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer.
She seems happy. Odd, her work was the last nail in the Gramarye coffin. I guess no one told her. Nope.
They're the best in the world.
Huh? Oh, you mean True Gramarye? Of course.
Father gave it to me.
Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it.
I guess I just took it, yeah.
Took it?
Father got a letter from that person.
That person? You mean that letter was from the client?
Oh, we talked about the Gramarye's forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it.
They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. Interesting. Sent from the real client. So you met the person that asked you to do this job, and you talked with them? What's this about a good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
Huh?
If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but I really have to know. Okay, we got Psyche locks. Right, time to do some Psyche unlocking. Unsurprising. Okay, so as much as I'd like to do some more Psyche unlocking, we got the Meekins dude to go back to. Now we got to unlock this girl. We got to go back and unlock douchebag that's in the Valent back in the cells. We got lots of stuff to do. Man, this is opening up like crazy right now. This whole thing where we're going in the back in the past and investigating, and then we're gonna go back to the future and connect things. It's gonna be fucking nuts. This case has gone off the fucking rails in a great way, and I've loved this so far. Holy shit. Next time on Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, we pick up right here. Cyclock break people, connected to the future, and who knows? Maybe we'll finish this case next time. It just depends on how long it takes. But yeah, we'll see how we do next time on Apollo Justice. Peace!